to talk about my mother-in-law.
No,
How
I'm going to put
I
that
met
back on.
her.
No, we love our mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was the best. But yeah, so you've had updates. So they've got something in use for the building.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he just confirmed that they have plans for the buildings, and but they're not going to reveal what's going to be
Right.
there.
Yeah.
So I better leave it there with these buildings for now. But what he said was like he thought that was a very good idea.
Yep.
So if I was interested in, if I think this could be done in some other place,
Exactly.
go. And I think that's, of course, I'll do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's not wasted. Hi, Cassie. Not wasted at all. No. And again,
a lot of ideas and thoughts have been put in my mind with this place, you know, and but this is just one place. There are lots of places here. So and of course we started looking at once for
yeah. Bless you.
So we have a place down here that's could be a very nice place. It just needs to work there first. So
fantastic. Brilliant.
I'm going to have a meeting with him again Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. That's brilliant that they're showing their energy as well, that they're keen to do something and to support you in that. It's fantastic.
It is. So and there's a lot of people supporting. I just got one of my friends. I haven't had the time to look through it yet, but she has 6 messages she sent to me today about other projects in Denmark and where they get money from to do things, and also money from EU.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm going to look at that, and she's actually, her job and her education, what she had been doing is filing for funds. So
brilliant.
At doing that, and she said now she's not going to work for a while now because she had been sick and she needs a break. So she help doing that.
Fantastic. See, it's amazing.
Or things, even though that this place is not going to happen, I'm sure that there are other things happen, you know. I just have to change a little bit the concept.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you've got the framework there. That's the whole point when you do building and the planning and everything else. It's kind of you've got the foundations, tweaks can be made. It's perfect. But the other thing is, I also think that the plans for this other building, I'll be surprised if they don't go through. Do you know what I mean? Don't be surprised if they don't. If your energy's stamped on that place of which it is, then don't be surprised if it turns out to be.
It goes through, yeah. That place or some other place.
Or some other place,
places here, and that we found a very beautiful place. It's just 1 kilometer from here. So, and those people who owns the place now, they just bought the place because they needed the land around
for the animals, kind of thing. So the building's available.
Yeah. It's empty.
Fantastic.
And there it's like, you know, I don't know how that's called in English, but it's like 3 buildings in like
a U shape.
Yeah. So
fantastic.
Is where you live, and then there's the where you have the cattle, and it's all empty. It's a very huge place. There's space for a lot of things, and that is the view down with the lake and.
Oh my gosh!
So this place is actually, and it's just very good, and there's no cars going by there.
Around it, fantastic.
Road. So.
Brilliant. Are you okay there, Cassie? You look concerned.
No, I'm just so tired.
Oh,
I'm
bless
just
you.
insecure. That was another long Friday. It's nightmare. But what's happening? You just tell me what's happening with this location that Lene had. What's happening?
Yeah, it was. He just confirmed that the local authorities have plans for the buildings, and they don't want to reveal what they're going to do there. So it's not an option to go.
Okay, so you're looking for another one.
She's already found one.
Perfect.
She's found one and it's better.
Because I was like in the middle of that. I said, what's going on with the first one? Oh, this is too much for me today. Since 7 in the morning, I already said I'm tired, and I'm tired still. I can't wait till Saturday. Honestly.
A minute. But no, that's brilliant. No, we missed you last week, Lene, and then it dawned on me that you was away halfway through the video. I was like, no, Lene's away, that's why. And then it was like, oh, then Lene said you might be popping on. And so anyway, so that was all. But yeah, we missed you.
Listen to it afterward.
Yeah, so it's recorded. But, you know, just stepping up into a bit more professionalism now. So we've got a thumbnail on the actual.
It's very good.
Oh, do you know what? Come on, what's going on? So Cassia, your take, but yeah, Lene.
No, I just I want to say just one thing more in this process, because we have some thoughts about how this is going to happen too, because we can't buy this place, but from starting, it needs a lot of work there. So our own house, actually, we have a lot of rooms here. So we have thought about, well, my husband, he was just woke up from a nap and said he has a great idea. We're going to use the floor in our own house to start bed and breakfast, just to start like just to start like little by little, just to get
experience, and to test it out and to start plan. Fantastic. So what do you need? What help do you need for that then? Is that more or less you can just start advertising, or where you at?
Yeah, well, I just had to clear the rooms, and tomorrow I'm going to I already got some beds. I'm going to get a free one tomorrow, and then I have a bigger one I'm going to pick up Sunday. So it's like
excellent.
I just started.
It's fantastic.
It's a kind of a little crazy because we don't really know how it's going to be, but then
it's brilliant.
And we don't have the money to do it. So it turned out that, well, those beds, they were actually very expensive, but one of those I just called. Oh, she just put the bed that she wanted to sell, she put it in the trailer. She was going to throw it out. So I could have it for free now.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Hey, gosh, Lene, it's amazing. So you didn't have the money, but then it disappeared. Done. That's it. The intention. Do you know what's the brilliant part about this? Is what I'm hearing you is husband.
Yeah.
Being involved and really supporting. Yeah. It's fantastic.
And that's the thing. He has not been really involved with the things because he haven't had the. But now suddenly the ideas from him, and that's very good.
It's really good. Fantastic. Oh my gosh.
It's because he fell in love with that place that we saw.
The new one or the other one? The new one.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There, that was the most perfect place he had ever seen.
Fantastic. So that double energy is going to just bring about miracle. Fantastic. I'm excited. The fact that it's brilliant. The fact that it's empty, that it's just ready. It needs those funds, but you've got people on board that can help you to get those funds, and they've got people who have got experience. You're almost there. You almost can touch it.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not really concerned about it. I'm not there like before. I was like, oh, I have to plan everything in details, because I was afraid of things not going the right way. But now it's like I'm just relaxed. I just trust that, well, it doesn't matter, some things doesn't work out, because then there's something else.
Exactly, something else waiting, something else better, and it's knowing that there's always something else better. I've got a really good. I'm saying I've got a really good. I have no idea what I'm doing tonight, and that's not true. There's lots of angles that, but as you're talking, I'm realising that, yeah, I need to do a bit of a relaxation at the end of the night. We'll do that. We'll do that shortly when we've finished giving a bit of updates, just to help ground us and help us to keep on letting go. Because that's the key, is to let go, like you said, the finer details. No, it's hard not to go down that road of, well, I've just got to make sure and get all that covered. But it's too much up here. It's like, actually, and so it's a perfect example that you've just given there about letting go. And I've just been in that space for the last 6 weeks of trying to work everything out. And it's like, do you know what, let go, let go, let go. And it's just been, how do you just take that breath and just like, do you know what, let it go. So brilliant example there, Lene. Thank you so much for that update. I was so looking forward to that. I was like, oh, what's going on? Any updates? It's brilliant. I love some pictures of the new place.
Yeah. But I'm excited to hear about everybody else, because it's like, now I have been...
All the spotlight's been on you, and now it's like, right, everybody else. Let's hear from Catherine. How's Catherine doing? Bless.
Catherine's doing well.
So when you think, yeah, go for it. Sorry.
I was going to say, somehow I feel, I don't know, that there's been a shift, I think, today, because I was conscious this week of a bit of heaviness and heavy energies and all the rest of it. And today suddenly feels much lighter. And it can't be to do with the weather, because we've had sunny weather all week, and you know, normally the sun can kind of bring it out. But somehow today I suddenly thought, oh, I suddenly feel so much better for some reason. So I don't know what shifted, but anyway, something has. But yeah, all right. I can't say that much has moved on with my plans and ambitions and dreams, but I suppose things are percolating in the background. I did have one interesting conversation with this week with somebody in the community who has a lady she supports who is quite a long way down the route to dementia. I've actually lived with this woman as well previously. She has Down syndrome, and she's onset of dementia, which is very, very common. But Antonella spoke to me about bringing Joanne out to spend a bit of time with a horse, because Joanne's dad was a jockey, and although he's not been around for many, many years, I think as you get into something like dementia, some of your earlier memories become more prominent, and she's been talking quite a lot about him lately. And also just from a therapeutic front and something to do.
Fantastic.
Because she's always been going to workshops and has been very work focused, very committed to her work, which is part of the whole ethos of what we do here. But as she's aging and forgetting with the dementia, that's kind of changing a bit, and she's finding it more difficult to be in those workplaces, or those workplaces are finding it more difficult to have her.
Accommodate her, yeah.
So
perfect.
So yeah,
it's happening.
and I wanted to bring her out and do something, but it's just how we do it, because I know, and that was confirmed by a conversation I had today with the Avalon people, who are the social care, the registered social care people, is that if there's going to be any payment for that, then it kind of changes it. It's this really interesting thing that we've always tried to avoid in Camp Hill, is this transactional thing of money for something.
Money exchange.
The minute you attach money in exchange for something, and if it's money that comes from social services, i.e. government, then they want to know how's it being spent, who's it being spent with, and if it's an activity like this, well, is it a registered activity, and who's doing it, and what's their liability insurance, and what's their health and safety, and blah 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 blah. So I think we're actually going to have to start it on a very low key basis, as rather than
well, is it not, at the end of the day, it's kind of like it's in a way, it feels like it's a friend visiting and just coming to see the horses.
It is
in that testing.
I know it's also come out, because it's come from Antonella, it's come out of this difficult conversation I had a couple of weeks ago around finances and how I can how the horses can pay their way. you know, and basically the community saying, and Antonella was really quite strong on it, well, we just don't have the money for it. The community
And
can't
that's,
support
I
the
mean,
well.
and I think
So
you're
this
talking.
is, there's an element of that of, oh, well, can we do something to, you know, Joanne has plenty of money, because it does build up some of the social services money, and then if you have too much, you lose your benefits and so on and so on.
Yeah, but I think it's the wrong focus. I think the focus is wrong there. I think the focus is on, okay, so it's the project, the money will follow. You know, I mean, it's brilliant that somebody wants to come and see the whole. It's like, my gosh, that's an opening for that to start, and then because the whole point of it really is to help motivate you to get a structure together. So that it's like, that's your plan.
I'm not focused on the money bit. The money bit is
No.
from her. You know,
Yeah, but there isn't a cost at the end of the day. It's going to be a great testimony.
Yeah.
You know, so that testimony of that is going to be quite remarkable for the foundations of your project. You know, so that in itself is then to be able to put that forward to whoever the powers that be or whatever. But you've got a project there, so it really is about it's about the focus of, okay, so you've got some slides. I think there's somebody you talked about, a photographer taking some.
Yeah. Also, what I need to do, and what this gives me the opportunity to do, is to turn it into a case study, because as part of the qualification I need to finish doing, I need case study material. So I need to actually, before she comes, which is the beginning of June, is dig out that stuff within the course materials and think, okay, so make a case study file, and therefore, you know, and therefore have a baseline, what are we starting with, and then be able to mark progress. So that's part of the case study, and document that as I go.
And I think
I don't need money for it.
No, exactly. And I think what would be good to see is similar to when we look at Lene, because this is a physical thing. This is something that it's, you know, you can see it. And I think if you're able to work on having the images up there, the conversation that you had. We had a conversation at the last meeting when Lene was here a fortnight ago. And if you're able to get Otter .ai and transcribe a video so that you've got the word in there and put that into a document, then you've got your foundations with your images and everything. So it's kind of like, that's the pre-work, isn't it? And then you can build on that. So that's, you know, that would be really good. And then we can maybe see that next time if it's possible. It shouldn't take that long to do that, really. It should maybe take only about an hour, you know, really, when you think. But I'm not sure what you've got an iPad, haven't you? I'm not sure what the movie. Remember you talked about, you got all the images, but it was like how do you put something into a movie? I don't know the packages that you've got on there, the software, the apps.
I don't know. I do it on the desktop. I was interested, Lene, what did you use to make your little
the phone, wasn't it?
film?
Yeah, well, I used my iPad. Is it iPad you have? Yeah, because there is a iMovie, and that was on the iPad when I got it. And it's just that one I use. I haven't installed anything. I just used the software that was on the iPad.
Brilliant.
So you just filmed it, and then you put it in iMovie, and you could edit it and add your things.
Yeah. So then I started iMovie, and then I used the pictures I have on my iPad. So if there are pictures that's not on my iPad, I haven't found out to do it any other way, and then I download it to the iPad, because then I can just drag them down. And then I can make them longer or shorter.
Fantastic.
Yeah, do a lot of things there.
Brilliant.
So it's very good, I think. It's very easy to, and then you can put your...
I've not used it, so I've kind of forgotten about it. But yes, of course, I've got that on my
your iPad.
Well, both on the iPad. I've also got a Mac desktop, so I've got it on.
Perfect.
It could be that was easy too, but I only know how to do it on the iPad, so I just continued doing it there. Yeah.
Fantastic. And so if there's any struggles on that, you just go to YouTube anyway and put in how to iMovie.
Or if there's something, you can ask me too. So.
Yeah, and it would be great to have some of this filmed as well, you know, as we do things. I know it's not always easy to remember, but it would be good so that if anybody else comes in and says, how do I, then at least there's a little bit of we're creating a bit of an archive of how we've done things, tracing our steps. Well, I can't remember, there's a name for it, but we're basically making sure that people, you know, when they're looking 10 years and say, oh my gosh, it's amazing, you didn't do that yourself. And he's like, well, actually, we did. there you go. You know what I mean? It's like tracing it all. I do have a vivid imagination when it comes to stuff. I do play around in my head, but the thing is, it's true. So that'd be good. So how does that sound? Does that sound manageable, Catherine?
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. So then it just builds on from that, doesn't it? Which is brilliant. But I also, as well, I mean, Catherine has been looking at how to generate passive income, because obviously passive income was your empowerment session at the retreat.
Yeah.
So we've been looking a little bit of it's really interesting, because I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you, but it's interesting that sometimes if we haven't achieved something, we can think, oh, I haven't got anything, there's no outcome, but yet there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes just because you haven't got anything. But I know Catherine's testing out something at the moment, but it's taken a lot of time, so it won't be something that we probably will be using in the future, but it's starting. I don't know, you haven't got paid yet, have you? You'll get paid on Monday, I think.
Get paid on Monday, yeah. Yeah, but it's interesting. I mean, I've done a couple of bits on that. It's interesting doing it, and just, I think it was more about, for me at the moment, the energy of doing something than what I might earn off it, or really looking. Well, actually, is this worth spending my time on? Because I've got to spend half an hour or more to earn $10. Is it worth doing that? And so on. So, but
which is not a bad exercise. It's not a bad exercise, is it? That it's good.
Of doing something and then really thinking about it and so on. And but even if it's something that I can spend half an hour doing and earning $10, I could easily spend half an hour scrolling through rubbish and not earn anything.
Yeah.
There's that.
True.
And there's also some, you can learn some interesting things off typing up the audios that you hear, the topics and so on. So good to spend a bit more time doing that. But yeah, I mean, there's also, of course, the rest of my life and daily stuff that goes on that kind of gets in the way too. So I haven't had a lot of time. I've had quite a few specific things I've needed to do this week that have taken up time, and that just has to happen because that's part of life. And I know next week, for instance, it's half term, so Grace is going to be home lots of the time. So it's how it is. That is life too. So.
And no, and the intention in terms of what I'm showing you tonight as well is to make things easier, which is why the more that we can do and share in these sessions, then hi, Cassia's friend. She's on the screen. She doesn't realise, does she? And yeah, the so yeah, the intention is to make it easier, is to make things a little bit easier, so that we're making a shortcut to achieving.
So what can people say is?
So, yeah, you're on, Cassia, but it's your turn to speak.
I will back in.
You'll be back in a minute, did you say? Okay, so I'll just show you in the meantime. Let's see if we can share. So I just wanted to show you what I've been up to this week a little bit, just to try and remind myself what I've been doing this week as well. So if you remember, actually, that's what I've just been doing. So one of the things that I don't know if you can see here. Oh, no, it's not. It's not that one. It's sharing. It wasn't that one I wanted to share. It's decided to go funny. So I've got a new, let's do stop and just see if we can share. So there's a few things. So one is, I think I've mentioned in one of my videos during the week about doing, what's it called? Yeah. So I don't know if you can see here actually. So, but we've got a new software. We've got a new website. So can you see that?
Yeah.
So I was just testing with Catherine's because I remembered Catherine's title and I could spell your name. Whereas with Cassie's and Lene's, I was just like, I'm just going to have to go and copy and paste. So so what I was thinking about doing was changing the front covers. It's nothing major. as you can see there, but it's still slightly different than what you've currently got. And the only reason is when I show you the website, you can see that. And I show you the website, it's because the front cover is a different size than the previous cover. So it's only changed slightly, but I just wondered if anybody wanted those changing, then my intentions are to change them. So there'll be a file there for that. But I'll just show you the site of how it is. I don't think you saw this last week, really. We didn't see it last week because I didn't show it. So that's can you see that as it come up? Life After SAD. So let me just close that off, that's it. So it's a free download. So my intentions are to start really sending this message out there of the Life After series, because obviously, actually that's slightly different. I'll have to try and see if I can find that again and make it more uniform. I don't know how I've managed to do that one. But obviously when people see this branding, they're going to be seeing it more often. So it means that it's out there, it's promoting, which is going to affect any one of us as more people come on board and start want to be taking part in the process. So it's like when you start a process like this is what I'm realising. So I started off with just a handful of people coming to tell the story. That was all. I didn't think about anything else. That's all I thought about. And since that, obviously, it became people were interested. It became popular. And it was like, right, okay, I don't have the time to stand back and to look at the project to be able to think, right, okay, how are we going to do this? So it's a case of doing it as we've been going along. So there's obviously only ever been me that's been doing it. So now we've got a team of consistent people. The project's growing, it's changing. And luckily, over the last 6 weeks, I've been able to stand back and really start looking at it. But obviously, I've been trying to get myself well. And so now I'm realising more than ever that this is a really precious time to really firm the foundations of this project and how we lift it forward to move it forward. So on Tuesday, we had an opportunity to invite people that had either hadn't wrote the book but had downloaded the 5 chapters. I didn't broadcast it in Aweber, and I should have done, but I didn't, because I really wanted just to see who was active on the page, the Facebook page. And so anybody who had already who had got the book, anybody who had wrote the book, people who had not finished the book, had started it. So just a whole range of different people. I invited them and nobody turned up. I think we had 2 apologies. But in a way, I was glad because I really didn't want to be spending my energy just holding space for storytelling. And I don't mean that to be nasty, but I just think we need a lot of students. So now I can put my focus on the other students. I wanted to give people a chance to come and finish off for those that have, paid and all the rest of it. But it hasn't happened. So they'll catch up at some point, but at least I've given them that opportunity. So hopefully that makes sense. So what it's done is it's freed me up to be able to do this. So I know that I've been kind of called to do this. And in a way, it's not that I've been avoiding it, but now I've got permission to do it, if you know what I mean. So that's going to be, the Life After SAD is going to be promoted. It's going to be, I'll share with you in a bit how. So it's going to be promoted as a free download. So it's going to engage a lot of people. When people download it, they'll then be on the auto responder list and they'll be invited to do the 5, to download the 5, to actually do the storytelling. In fact, they'll be invited to do that at the end of this. I'm just wanting to show you. So we've got email confirmation, then download page, that's right. So on the download page or on the thank you page, they'll be invited to come along and enroll if they want to. So that's just the download page. And then, to become a pioneer by simply telling your story. So please read and write as you go along. Journaling just got easier. So there will be an invitation for people to come and tell their story at the next page after they download this. So that's where that's up to. Any feedback on that? Does it look clean? Does it look okay? Is it simple and it's all right?
Yeah, I think it looks fine because there's not too much text.
No.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I mean, because it's a structure that's, I wanted just to make 3 points really, and I just thought, right, yeah, just get 3 points on there, and then that's it. So that's going to be that. Anybody, I can't see anybody's face. I'll just turn the video off. So if you're wanting to jump in, you'll have to shout out. Okie dokie.
I like it. I like especially that phrase you've got there. It's disappeared now, but
Put it back on.
read my story, turn the page, and write yours.
Yeah.
That bit, I like that.
Yeah, because it's really making it clear, isn't it?
Free gift bit.
Where's that? But it is a free gift, isn't it?
No, it's a gift. A gift is always free.
Oh yeah, you've had that before, haven't you? Yeah, but I'm putting free in there. They often say don't put free, but I'm putting free gift. Because I don't know the person. I give a gift to a person that I know. So for me, free gift is like, it's a gift to you. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just wanting to put free in there so that people know that they don't have to pay.
A gift is free, otherwise it's not a gift.
No, I know, but for marketing purposes, it's like they say don't use the word free, but I want to put the word free in to test it out. So if it's a case if we don't get anybody downloading
Well,
it, then
it's also really common, but that's the thing, is you see free gift everywhere, free gift everywhere. Well, if it's a gift, obviously it's free.
Yeah.
It's not just you. It's just one of those things that my accountant might have picked up on, because it is a really common thing. Everywhere you see, oh, free gift for this and free gift for that and blah, blah. And I think, well, of course it's free gift.
It is common sense. Yeah. When you read "get your gift here," then you know it's free.
When you gift here.
Yeah, get your gift.
Yeah, I think it's just that I know with the marketing company they say not to use the word free. So last time we didn't use the word free.
Because it's everywhere. It's really common. I'm surprised the marketing company is saying that.
No, they said don't use it. Yeah, don't use the word
I know.
free.
I'm saying I'm surprised they're saying don't use it, because you see it absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is we haven't had it on anywhere, but I shall debate whether or not. At the end of the day, you are entitled to do exactly the same as me. So if you want to do this and put gift, then that's up to you. I want to put free.
No,
you know what I mean?
it's just,
but it's interesting though, isn't it? Because I mean, free download. Maybe that's all that needs to be up there. Free download. You know, maybe that's where it is. So yeah, let's see what happens really, because it's all about testing it out and coming back the statistics more than anything, because we need the data. Without the data, there's nothing. You're not working on anything. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, what is this? We're not working on anything without the data. So this is about testing out the data instead of having it as organic, which is what we've had it before. And then this is what it'll say. You'll see that it says you just need to confirm your registration. So it takes you through the steps as well. And then people are registered at the end once they put the details in. So that's what people will get, which I really like as a registration. You know, like sometimes you get a little Aweber and it'll say, thank you, you've been registered. Somebody getting this, I think it's a bit more solid. I know it sounds basic, but it's solid. It looks quite professional. So that's going to be a landing page for the storytelling and the free download. But again, if people want to use that as something that they want to do for their own book, then obviously you're welcome to do that as well. Let's have a see. I'm trying to. Is it gone on to? Okay, can you see that one?
Not yet.
I don't know how many minutes are left on the thing. Is it a couple of minutes? Is it coming up or is it not? Is it saying?
It is now. Yeah.
Okay, so can you see that empowered relationships?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be slightly changed because I've been trying to work out what it is that we're doing. Kind of like, okay, who are we? What are we about? And I just think that the word love needs to go into what we're doing, even though it's marketing. I just think that this is what came out during the week, and then I thought, okay, I need to change it. But as a result of this, so what you're seeing here is the game obviously is along there, and then you've got the book after that. But again, it's going to be played out. I'm just trying to plant some seeds here as to what I'm trying to accomplish. So we've got Tell Your Story Blueprint. And I don't know why I actually changed this and put more on here, but it's not saved it. Then we've got podcasts to inspire, uplift and motivate. So there's a range of podcasts of intuitive conversations. We've got the Natural Born Leaders Mentorship, which is our sessions here, phases 2 and 3. And then we've got coaching with the empowerment game. And then we've got a free download potentially, which is why I was kind of like organising that. And then we've got the Journey of Innocence. I was just playing around with some images. And that's kind of like an overview of the tools that we've got access to, because obviously the more that we can share what we're doing, well, the more that I can share what I'm doing, then the easier it might be with regards to what we're marketing. Because it was really about, hold on a minute, what have we got as a result of all the things that we've been doing? And that might be quite a surprise of a list when you think, oh my gosh, actually, we've got a whole organisation from that one book, really. It's like all this stuff has started to, okay, the game is there, but all this stuff, this is just showing it how one action can lead to many. Has that gone off? Oh, we're under 1 minute. If we click off and come back, stop share. Yeah, so if we just end the meeting and then come back, because we're under a minute. Bye for now. When you're trying to press. So yeah, any thoughts on what you see so far on this one?
I think it looks good. I was just wondering, right now I've forgotten the Journey of Innocence.
Yeah, that's my so it's basically coupled with the Infinity Healing.
Yeah,
20.
that was what I was wondering, because I thought that was one of the most important things, I think, to have that. So that's the Journey of Innocence.
Yeah. I've still got to. I'm recording all the audios again. I did them when I was in the caravan.
Yeah.
I didn't really want that energy, so I need to record those again. So my goal is to record the book and then record some audio, some healing audio with it. But in a way, it's quite interesting really, because each of the chapters are very. I know that I just need to sit and do it. It's a case of it's making sure that all this is set up. That's the thing, is to be able to do the audio and then just upload it straight away, upload the text of it, just upload it immediately. So I need this background structure in place really to be able to make it feel, because instead of waiting until I've got all 21, it'd be nice to just add them as I'm going along, into the structure. So one of the reasons for doing this is just to say, right, that is it, it's out there, you're doing it, So that's where that's at. But again, I don't know if this is going to be the Anthea Fenton page, I'm not sure, but the reason why I'm showing you is because it's going to impact all of us. That's the thing, as soon as, because somebody might be listening to a podcast and just think, my gosh, that's amazing. Where do I start? They start at the book. Every time. So if I'm just doing a podcast, because I know that on the Soul Food Top Up on a Saturday, that it's building that back up again, but I know that I spread that to quite a few. You're talking of over 100 views each time, which again is really good, because it means there's 100 people that are either looking or curious. I'm also going to be doing some blogging, monetized blogging, so I'm going to be showing you how to monetize a blog, so we're going to be learning about that and showing you that. And that's going to have an impact on people looking. So I know that all eyes are going to be on what is, so that's why I'm wanting to make sure that everything is in place. Which is just like.
Well, I think it looks really good, because it's very structured and it's very easy to,
Easy, isn't it?
Everything is, it's like simple pictures and a simple text.
Yeah, it's neat, isn't it? I think that's the thing. Because I know what I'm like. If I go to a page, I'm like, and straight away I'm scrolling down. I'm thinking about, where can I get more information? Who's this all of? That's what I do. So I know that it's like, okay, if I'd be thinking, oh, that looks really nice. What's that? So being aesthetic in terms of appealing. I'd go to that one. I'd be thinking, coaching looks good. And the nice thing, this is a really good. For me, I love this.
Oh, it said more there on that one.
No, because I just changed it. That's how easy it is. I was just demonstrating just how easy it is to change. So it really is just sitting down and playing. But I did do, like I said, I changed. Your video's not on, Catherine. I don't know if you knew that. But this is an actual sales page. So you actually can sell I don't always want to sell. I want some of them to be where people can click on, like I said, and get even like the podcast and just listen to them. Whereas the mentoring, they can't do that. It's going to be membership for, for telling your story. The book, yes, they can sign on. They can get the download. And the coaching, that's going to be a fee, because I want to test this out. So I want to put out there the charge for the fee for coaching, so that then you can all do the same. It's a duplicatable thing, isn't it? So that when we can test it out and say, oh my gosh, we need some more coaches. So it's making sure, we've got a free download, we've all got that. So this is stuff that we can all duplicate, really. Not really, we can all duplicate. So that's where that's at so far. I don't know, Cassie, did you see this page? I know you was busy chatting to you.
Yes, I've seen it when you're explaining this.
Yeah. So just saying that it's a duplicatable. I want it to be all duplicatable, so that each of us, as we grow, and
okay, so this is the new that you created. This is the one that you were showing us last week.
Yeah. So this is the just a slightly updated, and then because I remember showing something last week, and then I want to show you the other one. It's not that one. Which I'm just, not that one, it's this one. So, do you remember, can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when don't know, Lene was part of that actually. The I Am project. The I Am, do you remember the recording I Am?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if Lene does. Lene, was you part of the video?
I don't remember.
No, I don't think you are. I'm just trying to think if you're on it. You and Catherine aren't on it. I think you might need to do a video of just, I'll try and see if I can find it again, but it's a different one. But basically, I'll show you in a minute. So what I wanted to do was, this is where I didn't get a chance to do this, but I wanted to show you actually. So the intuitive marketing is I Am. So I'm making it into an agency basically. So intuitive marketing agency, and again, feel the energy of what I'm saying really, because what's your first thoughts on intuitive marketing agency? What's your first thought? If you heard somebody say, oh, this is the intuitive marketing agency?
Well, I was thinking it is, first of all, I feel like it's two like opposite words. It's
Yes.
like intuitive, it's like in one
Yes.
end of the scale, and marketing is like something very heavy.
Absolutely.
So it's like the intuitive lifts up this marketing word, I think. For me, it's like, yeah, because I know I have to do marketing.
I know, we do.
I hate.
I know.
When you put in the word intuitive, it's like, oh, it's a little.
It's a bit lighter.
Yeah.
And it's funny, because it's called, the strap line of it was the Intuitive Marketing Agency. It was intuitive marketing with a little m. Because it was kind of like saying intuitive marketing. It was like, and it's like, well, where does the I am come from? I think I was playing around with words. So it's like intuitive marketing with a little m, just to put that at in there. So I Am project. So absolutely, because I think one of the things, anybody else got any thoughts on that before I jump in there actually? Is that frozen?
No.
Catherine, was you? Yeah. Did you on mic?
Am I on mic? Yeah, I'm on
Yeah.
mic. Yeah, it's interesting because where you're coming from with the I Am thing, because I wasn't, like Lene, I wasn't involved in that, so I haven't heard those things. So I can just kind of imagine what it might be but I get where you're coming from with the I''M. Actually, I am, and that's the I am of the intuitive marketing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it wasn't intentional. So what happened was I randomly, Cassie, I don't know, I think Cassie is busy. She looks a bit stressed actually, but anyway, I'll see if I can find it. I can't remember where I found it last week. So basically what happened was I woke up one day, as it always happens, and just said to myself, everybody, we just need to do a recording of I am. And everybody was like, yeah, no problem. Really good. Everybody was just like, yeah, no problem. Send in a video. I am. And that's what we did. They were like, what's it for? I said, I don't know. And then as I was doing this, I just thought, intuitive marketing. I thought, oh no. And then I was thinking, this is I am. And then I was thinking about, what about the agency? What was it I called it? The marketing agency. The marketing. It was a play on. It was Am I. That was last week anyway, but it's gone now. It's somewhere on here somewhere. But yeah, so I just thought to myself, wouldn't it be brilliant? I think probably because of Neil's passing as well. Neil was on the front of this video of I am, and so it popped up, and I just thought, okay, we need to use that now. So what you would need to do is just send us a we haven't published it, like I said, but there's a few people that are on the video that might not want to be on the video. So we just need to remove them. But Geraldine had done the video and put it all together and then sent it over. So we'd have to just wait for Geraldine. But I do want to put that video on the I am. Yeah, it was brilliant. There was just, everybody was just so good. So if you're able to do that, that'd be fantastic. And it literally just is. I think people were saying, well, you'll see it if I can find it. Come on. They said, some people said, hello, I am, even though I just said, I think maybe everybody did say, hello, I am. Copied me. So yeah, I must have done. I was planning to just say, I am. I think we said, hello, I am. Yes, we did. So that's
going to say anything else that I am.
That is it. Hello. I'm going to try and show it you so that you can see. It literally is, hello, I am.
Okay.
I wonder if I can find it because my email's not working.
But what is the purpose of this? I'm not really sure if I understand it.
No, nobody did. I didn't. It's a case of hello, I am is one of the most powerful words that you could ever use in the world. Yeah. I am. That is it. I am is I am.
Yeah.
There's also, of course, the biblical context with that, the 7 I ams.
The 7 I ams. Explain, Catherine.
It's within the Bible. There's relates to God and to Jesus, Son of God. The 7 I ams. I am the Father. I am the Son. I am the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
I am. The 7 of them. So
it's probably
powerful.
Yeah. That's us. Do you know what I mean? It's like. Do you know what? Why can I not? I do this. It's just ridiculous, really. It's like, what's going on? So the point. So if you're able to do that, then that'd be fantastic. I also need something else from you, which let's just have a see. So it was June time, wasn't it? I'd like to show you so that you can see it. Oh, what's that?
So we say our name first, right? Or not?
No, because you're not your name.
No, okay.
Yeah. It's powerful. It's powerful.
Oh, I am.
Hello, I am. Yeah. So we had also, I want to show you so that you can see what people said. I mean, but people didn't have this, people didn't have, can you give us an example? It literally was, well, I say they didn't. I started it off and then people then just got on with it, yeah, hello, I am. Oh, how annoying. I don't know. I'm just trying to, my email is slowed down, so I can't go to that to bring it up.
Is it not posted on YouTube somewhere?
No, it literally was just, I don't think it is. If it is, it's unlisted. So I wonder if it was. No, I think Geraldine managed to drink it to just email it to me. In fact, no, my WhatsApp has changed, hasn't it?
no.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be in there. So yes, ladies, that's just all that it is. It's just hello, I am. When I find it, I shall let you know. In the meantime, let's pull this back
So
up.
you want us to do just a little recording and send it to you then, so that you can then add it in.
Yeah. It's literally just a 2-second hello, I am. You can do it now if you want while I'm looking.
We need to do it somewhere separate rather than on here, don't we?
Yeah, you could just do it on your phone, couldn't you, and WhatsApp it me. And then people can see this and think, oh, that's that video that they were talking about when they went off and did it, and this is the video that they...
You'll have to stop talking though, on mute.
What, on here?
I said you'll have to stop talking though, otherwise we'll have you in the background.
I'll mute then. Right, Lene and Catherine, that's your task to go and do a recording of hello, I am, please. Whilst I try and find it. If you're not happy with it, you can then send it back. We can do it again. I'm going to mute.
Now you can unmute. I can hear you through the wall. Anthea, you're muted. Hi Kasia, hi Lene. We can have a conversation.
Yeah, I try to actually show her, but she's not looking.
No, I can hear you. I've just found the video. I'm just going to play it. Lene, have you finished? Have you done it?
I just sent it to you now.
Oh, you see, the problem is I've got everybody's video on here, but you'll see them anyway. Oh, exciting. Right, okay, so let's just stop sharing and then just share again so you can see the audio. Cheers, Lene. You've done it on Facebook. Actually, you might need to... Have you got my WhatsApp, Lene?
Yeah.
Can you send it on WhatsApp? Just in case I can't get it. Oh, bless you. Right, let's have a see. Share.
I think on the WhatsApp you can actually send bigger files than on the Facebook.
Right, ladies, let's see what we've got here. Now, this is going to be, I think everybody's individual on this one. I'm just about to delete some of the folders on here, some of our group meetings, because the computer's running so slow. But we don't need them, the storytelling. We just recorded them for just in case, I don't know. But
Yeah.
is that coming up?
No, you've got your screen at the moment. I mean, your whole selection of things, not the one you want to play.
Okay, let's just see what's going on here.
I am.
Oh, I could hear that.
Yeah, some people followed instructions, other people didn't. Bless.
Hi guys, I just wanted to share my 2-minute reflection on the call on Tuesday.
That wasn't.
I'm Rachel. Some of you don't know.
That wasn't one of them.
I am.
So that was Paul. You see, we put all these together, so it's just.
Well, should I send it until your storage support? That's the one I have.
Tell your stories. What? Sorry.
I have in the WhatsApp. I have this tell your story support.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, actually, no. You can just send it to me personally.
Yeah, I couldn't find. How do I find you there?
Only if you have Anthea's mobile number in your phone.
Do you know what? Send it through Tell Your Story support. That'd be fine, actually. Let them know that we're still alive.
Yeah.
Funny, actually. Yeah, so basically that's what, yeah, you just saw that one there, didn't you, I think? Did you see Anthea? I'm dressing, leave that, in my pyjamas. That's how I...
Hello, I am.
That was just to start it off. So yeah, we had lots of people.
So now it's in there. Tell your story support.
So yes, brilliant. So basically, yeah, Cassie, do you remember doing yours?
What? I was doing this, yeah, I was doing this definitely in July.
You did, yeah. So...
Hello, I am.
Yeah, that was Dermot. So it's been put together in, like I said, so that's going to happen. I'll have to just put together. So the intention is on the website where you see it there, that's where it's going to go. Can you see that on the website?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just going to go there, and then there's going to be a login and register at the top, which I think I've put in already. Yeah, login and register so people can go and log in. There's a little logo there, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Just the I Am logo, which is just Intuitive Marketing Agency. And so it's what I talked about last week, but it's just been a bit busy to pull this together this week. The intention is to have a space where we are going to be, so on this page is going to be the I Am video, and then people can register for more, to access more information. I'm going to be putting, and this is what I wanted you to work on, and I don't know if you have done, it's just a bit of a profile about yourself. So Catherine, I don't know if you've got yours that you wrote last time, the 3 questions that I asked you. I know it's at short notice just to ask you to pull it out, but you might have it there. There was 3 questions that I asked Catherine when we were doing a session a couple of weeks ago. And the intention is that we're going to be developing a profile. Each person is going to have a profile. So my thinking is to put your pictures at the front. Actually, that's a point. I'll just show you. If you still want these pictures. So can you see the file here? Because I know that Lene is, it's an older picture that I've got of you here. So Catherine, I think that's can you see the pictures?
Yeah.
So we have 2 pictures of you, Lene. I don't know if you want to use those, any one of those.
I don't have anything that's that's recent. This is a year ago or something like that.
So that one's okay, that one?
Yeah, it's just my hair that's
yeah.
that's
so let's put that there.
Yeah,
Cassie, are you okay with your picture? It is there. Right, so that looks okay, I think, soon. So that I can put these in there. So can you see where it says headline? Breaking up.
Yeah, you said you had 3 questions.
Yeah, I don't know if Catherine's looking for them. Catherine, have you got them? You didn't email the answers. No, but you had the questions. I'm just trying to think whether or not... Sorry, Catherine, it's kicked me out. The battery's gone. Well, this time is gone. Yeah, so basically what he's done is he's given us, I'll show you how it works. He's given, every day you get 100 leads, which I just thought, oh my gosh. And like I said, so you can see there, they're loaded up every day. You can see here, did the first one wrong. But anyway, so the last one, transactions speak louder than words, had 61 people have opened it out of 100. Oh, there's 400 leads, isn't there? Yeah, so 61 people have opened that out of 400. 9 have clicked, and then there's an open rate of whatever they mean. So there's another one due now. So the leads that have been there today is 100 leads. But what you can do is you can import these leads into your own autoresponder. So it means that we've got 500 people in this moment in time. There's 500 people that we can market to who are in our area, our niche market. So all you do with this process is, so that's 500 in 5 days. So by the end of 30 days, you're talking of 3,000 people. This is how people build their list, which I think is absolutely incredible. But what it means for us is that at the bottom of each email, which I'm going to show you now, there's going to be the Empowering Angel link. So what you do is you select an email. So for instance, I'm going to select, so I can select an email, and at the bottom of the email, like on here, there's going to be the Empowering Angels. So I just have to work out how that's going to happen. So it means that we're advertising the Empowering Angels, but there may be a profile page that we've got of the active members within our community. It's not that it's just open to everybody, it's those that are active will have access to it, if that makes sense. So that's the bit that I'm kind of like tweaking at the moment. I'm thinking, if we have a landing page and people can just see information on there, but they have to register to access it, then for this, we'd have to have maybe Empowering Angels /members. So the link will go directly to the membership page, and the membership page or members page will have the active members on that page that people can go and just think, oh, what's this all about? And click on. So you're being exposed basically to the number of people. Does that make sense?
I guess it does, but now I'm getting so tired that I have a hard time following anything.
Yeah, no, bless you. No, I totally get it. I totally get it. I think it was just, I was so excited. Let's have a see. So this is all you do with this one. So for instance, can you see there, it says, jealous of other people's success, here's the cure. Yeah. So you just click onto the mailing system. That then uploads into the email that I'm just about to send people. So it uploads into here. So you can see there, jealous of other people's cures, success, here's the cure. And that's the email there. And that's my link with Anthea Fenton at the bottom. So all I do, I can just leave it at that, but I would copy it. It's just showing you how simple this is. Insert an image from the library.
The content of the email comes from him though. You're not having to write a blog or...
No, I'm not writing anything. Yeah. I might just put something like click here to register, or maybe do that one. Click here, jealousy red, and that goes straight into the box there. And then I just link it, as we know. Just put you put it in there. I'm going to showing you so that when you see that you can see the behind the scenes as it's hot off the press. And then I just press OK. Click to continue. And so when I hover over there, or if I do preview, come up, which it comes up at the bottom, and that's my link. So then all I do is I can close that. So my point is, I'll just mute you there, Catherine. So what's going to happen is that the Empowering Angels, as an example, could go under there. You know, it could go underneath just with a link in it. And like I said, it'll just then go out to people. So we've done the preview. So I'm going to send the message now. So I'll go back up here and just select all these people, which has been all the days of the week, the 5 days. That's, you can see there, to 500 people. And then I just press send. Or perfect timing, I usually do send. So that will go out to 500 people. That's how easy it is to do, which I'm really happy about, because that's simple. I can do that. You know, I can do that every day. That's okay. And then it tells you that you have to wait for 24 hours before you can then send out another email. So that's where the leads are going to come from in terms of when I put the... So basically what I'm saying is there's a market. We've got a market of people where we can promote our work. Whether or not it's a case of people click on it is another thing. We don't know whether or not, you know, it's just like any marketing. But at least we've got this building on a regular basis. So this is going to be the foundations. So we've got, like I said, 500 people. You've just missed that there, Cassia. But we've just sent an email out to 500 people that are all interested in internet business. And what the intention is going to be that at the end of this email, we're going to be putting the Empowering Angels space. So it means that people are able to, we're exposing the people. This has gone, sorry?
Well, I was just wondering, when you click this link, you put it there, press to continue.
Yeah.
Where does it go? Or click to continue, where does it go?
That one, that particular link is going to go to this opportunity. Okay. But then I can put another opportunity down here.
Yeah.
Or I can just put the opportunity. I don't have to put that opportunity. I can put life after stress, anxiety, and depression. I can put whatever. But my point is that we're going to be promoting the community in this vehicle. So we could just use 100% the opportunity. But at this moment in time, I can't really do that because it's not all fully ready. Do you know what I mean? So once it is ready, then we could just use that. Cassie, are you able to email me that photograph? Because I put it into Facebook, but I'm not able to download it.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I've sent it to my phone, but it means sending it to my email, but I can access my email from here. So yeah, so basically it's just showing that we've got potential, you know, we've got we're out there in the internet world, or we can be out there in the internet world. As soon as those links are sorted, then we can do that. So this is just another affiliate marketing program people can use as well if they choose to at some point. I mean, yeah, you can have your own lists. You know, it's not like you can't. You know, it's not this is exclusive to me. But I just saw it and just thought I was looking for the secret kind of stuff, you know. And then lo and behold, this came into the box, and I was just like, really? Let me put because I haven't shared this. I've shared it with Cassia, but I wanted to, because my thoughts are I'm sharing with the team that are active within this community. I'm not sharing it with them. I'm not sharing everything with everybody. That's what I've got to realise. To make it life that little bit easier, I've just got to share it with a few people at a time as opposed to everybody. So that's the link for this one in particular, so that you can read more information about it and how it works. But it's literally just a lead generation tool. I think in marketing, lead generation is the key. You can't do anything without having people looking at your stuff. So having Empowering Angels underneath here, and it might be that we've got our own logo or whatever it is, or it might be right at the top of every email that goes out. People are going to click on that email, going to have a look and think, what is that all about? So we're going to be exposed. So I'm just letting you know that by the time we get to next week, we're going to be over 1,000 people that are going to be potentially watching work that we're doing. So that's what I'm not going to, like I said, be promoting it fully yet. But like I said, if it's part of what you want to do for business, but my aim is thinking that if people do want the leads, because that's the other thing, the leads, when they're sent in, we can separate them off. So you could have 100 leads, say there's 7 of us, it could be that we separate it off and people have 100 leads a week, personally. You know what I mean? So but it depends. That's why I asked people in the community, what offers have people got? And nobody got back to me, because I don't think many people are actually really doing business. So yeah, so that's what they call it. That's that one. And then the last thing before, I didn't realise it was going to be, but it's the last thing, but it's only a simple thing. Has anybody heard of, what's it called now? Anybody heard of it? I can't remember it myself. There's a website, I cannot think. The brain's just gone. It's called Simple, I think. Oh, it's not, it's there. Has anybody heard of Skillshare?
No.
Sorry, was that no or no?
Only because you've mentioned it to me this week, but I hadn't before.
Right, so this is what's going to happen. So what I'm doing, it's like, you see that on the screen? Can you see my screen?
Just got
So,
your Google screen up at the moment.
okie dokie. So basically, Skillshare, and this is where information that you're receiving is hot off the press stuff, and it really is hot. I say it's hot off the press. I'm doing research on it, so this is my, this is what I'm doing throughout the week. But this is what I've done for years: is looked into things and really scrutinised them, and then them up and presented them. So Skillshare is a place where you can actually share your skills online. It could just be something that you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be. It's something that you're passionate about. So Lene, I thought about you and I thought about the skills that you've got, and I thought, have you got something you can put into a video? So we're really looking, and again, Cassia, it's like, have you got any, if you had to do a teaching program, what would it be? It doesn't have to be something really serious. It could be something just light and fun. So if it was about helping people build the confidence around business, then it could just be something like that. It could be creating therapy techniques. It's something where if you had a team of students that were sat in front of you, you could impart your knowledge, then what would it be? So again, this is something that you might be wanting to think about. Anything, nothing to do with tell your story, just anything. So Skillshare is a place where you can come online and you can do your classes. It's where teachers are able to come on here and you can earn a living from doing it. But the thing is, you do the recording and you put it up and you get paid based on the number of students and the retention of those students. So when so if you can imagine a scenario we all know about where people come along and they sit and they listen and then they write. So tell your story is going to go up on here because it's perfect. It's like tell your story will go up on here as an opportunity for people to write their story. So there's lots of different people that are on here. You can start, so obviously each student signs up, but when you get premium students coming to do the work, so at the moment I'm thinking, okay, it's about how to write your story within 24 hours, because within 24 hours we know that people end up having wrote their story. This isn't the one that's there, but so that's what I'm going to be doing, is putting that so anybody can become a teacher. And the intention is to do a training session, video yourself, share the screen, and basically any student that comes along, the length of time that they stay is how you get paid. And people are making careers. So this person's had 14,000 students, 40,000, 23,000, which I just think is a perfect platform for storytelling. It doesn't, and then the other thing is that potentially it doesn't stop any of us from putting up the storytelling. Any single one of us actually could put the storytelling up. We can come from different angles. I think, I've just been looking at it, but I think you can come from different angles because it depends on what it's called, but I'm going to try it out anyway and see if it's not see anything. It's just going to be great. It's an opportunity for people to come and tell the story. So if you've got any, like I said, skills or anything that you could impart your knowledge on, and this is the place, I think that's quite a handy little place to start teaching, and it's actually really structured and it tells you how to do it. So hopefully by next week, tell your story process will be up there. Point that I'm using again why I'm mentioning it is, if people are coming here to listen to tell your story and to get involved in it, obviously to write the story they're going to have to come into, they might write it as they're going along, but to read it out they need to come into the Tell Your Story community. So after they've engaged in the Tell Your Story, then they'll be coming over to read their story out within the community, which will be, so I don't know how that's going to fully be, but we'll just see. It's a case of just putting it out there, and if we can get 40,000 students, be fantastic. I mean, because they're going to want to do the next, some of them are going to want to do the next stage anyway, but at least it's getting it out there. So that's another little is that useful information?
It is. Well, I think it sounds exciting. If you have something to share, I guess I have, but it have to be planned, you know, what it is that. So
Yeah,
it's to take a look at that. I think it's very good for Tell Your Story.
yeah, definitely. Cassia, sorry.
No, so I think you have a lot of content to put out there.
The content's there, isn't it? It's about whether or not you've got anything to put into a course, and the whole point of these conversations in here really is very much about how can we all hear what we're all doing and turn it into a course. Because everything, we can take things for granted to think, oh, that's not a course. There's so many things on here that's a real good examples of what people are teaching, you know, of which you just think, gosh, I never thought about that. You know, so and people get paid. So what they do is the more students that are engaged, the more percentage that you get from the annual fee that they charge or the monthly fee that they charge. It's shared amongst the community. So it's based on how many people engage with your content, which I think is fantastic. So, yeah.
Do you know if this website is just for recorded courses, or it can be just really engaging and just have one-to-one?
I don't think it's one-to-one, no, because it's based on number of people that actually undertake your course. So it's based on, actually I'm saying that it's based on how many students engage for how long, for the length of time that they, but suppose it wouldn't be one-to-one because it's recorded, isn't it? It's recorded information. So this wouldn't be the platform for one-to-one. Because if you had 14,000 students, you'd be spending a lot of time, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of it really is just it's not giving a taster, it's giving you a package. I think from having your package, you're gonna get a lot of people interested, and you're gonna be getting a lot of people interested in what you're doing and finding out more. You know, as you build your rapport with people. The fact that it's a passive income is the key. So you can actually develop a passive income from doing this. If you've got a course, or you can think of something that you can package as a course, it's worth putting it out there. It's not going to cost you anything other than a bit of time. It's just going to expose you. So if you're passionate about anything, it's worth having a look at it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, actually, if I didn't have a passion, I think I'd develop a passion looking at this, because I'd be like, what? I could actually generate an income by just doing a video and putting it up there and letting it just do its own thing. So it's a really potentially good strategy to market what you're doing. See, one of the things that I would love to do, and I'm not too sure I would do it actually, is it's like doing the game on there, you know. I'd love to be able to do something like that, but it's just not the vehicle to do it, because I'd like to, that will be my next thing that I'm going to be looking at. Once I get the book out there, then the focus is going to go on the game, to be able to then look at, right, because these are tools that we can all use, and I'm really keen for everybody to use tools that are duplicatable, because it means it's more open to everybody. When we start looking at the end of the training course, and I've not put it on the website, become an intuitive coach. You know, that could be one of the programs, that could be a terminology that somebody uses. Become an intuitive coach.
But you can talk about the game there and all the subjects and everything in the game, and then you can put the link there for people to and play the game.
Well, it's like I've just said that word there for you, become an intuitive coach. Now, if I was listening to me, I'd be like, hold on a minute. So let me go on here and see if I can do a course on become an intuitive coach. So which tool am I going to be using? Is the storytelling. The same tool, do you know what I mean? It's like, become an intuitive coach. How do I do that? Actually, first of all, you tell your story. So that could just be a label of become an intuitive coach. That might be more appealing. You know, when they talk about split tests, that might be more appealing to some people. And when tell your story in 24 hours, same course, but it's coming from two different angles, two different people, it's two different angles. You know what I mean? It might work, it might not, I don't know. It's a case of it's trying it and seeing, really. because as long as you've got content, and obviously the storytelling's got content, and it's straightforward, it's just there. I mean, my difficulty is really that taking you through the training, but the slides are already there, the videos are already there. I mean, I need to just tweak it a slightly tiny bit, but other than that, it's there, it's ready. So my goal is to work on that this weekend and then be able to have it published. So again, just keeping you informed. So hopefully that's been useful information to you in terms of what's been, I know it's a lot, it is a lot, and it's kind of, I wanted to share it with you so that you can see there are other things, but I can share those with you as I upload them onto the page. Yeah, the intention is to keep giving as much value of all the things that we're going to be putting onto that page in terms of driving. So there's another 2 areas that I'm working on as well, driving traffic to exposing people to what we're doing. And that's the thing, in a way, sharing with you is showing you the pace that I'm working at, but also the impact that it might have on you as well. It might be that I say, look, ladies, we need to run a couple of courses because people are interested. You know what I mean? So it might be, I mean, don't hold your breath on it yet, because it might be that it takes a long time to stoke people up. But networks that I'm planning on going to, you talk in each network has got thousands of people. There's one guy that's been marketing on one of the sites that around blogging, and he has 100,000 people in like a month because of his engagement. I'm going to be engaging quite a lot, so I'm currently working out my plan. 1, of generating an income, full-time income online. 2, everything to have it monetized, which I've never done before, but it's like, come on, Anthony, you've got to, you know, we've got retreats to fund. And I was going to say, we've got to keep Catherine in gin. I'm only joking, Catherine. So, what do you call it? Yeah, so it's the blogging, monetizing the blogging. Yeah, there's probably about 500,000 people that we can expose or work to, which is just like, oh my gosh, you know. So that's where we're at. So so I just thought I'd just keep you, just to let you know, really. Stop that screen share. So time to breathe, ladies. Does it sound okay? Does it sound like it's in the right flow?
Yeah. Well, it's something really to look more into. I think it sounds really interesting. And I think we all have a lot of content that we can make into videos, because it looks like it's only video. It's not written content. It's like, yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah, I mean, really, when you think about it, once I've done the first one, then I'm able to come back and show you. I don't need you, but don't want you to be doing extra work, because we're all really busy. I realise that, but my intentions are to do it so that I can show you this. You know, this is what has happened. I think the way that I see it is all the, you know, you look at the life after, all the slides are there. So it's like, do you know what, as a teacher, the slides there, you're reading out your story to that slide, that's it. And my intentions are to be able to say, right, we're going to do this in the session. So then at the end of it, people will have wrote their story, which is what I used to do in the community, would write the story on the session. So I would sit there for 10, 15 minutes and then say, okay, time's up. And the reason for doing that, and I would do this in this session, so that people actually take that time out, say, right, okay, 60 minutes, I'm going to take the time out, I'm going to come along, I'm going to listen to the storytelling, and then I'm going to write my story. So I'm literally going to be saying to people, right, get a notepad and pen, you're going to be writing your story after I finish telling the story. So that will be the actual structure of the session. So we've got the slides, you've got your story, that's it, you know. So it's going to be pretty simple and straightforward. We don't want to be creating new content. There's no point in doing that just yet, purely because unless you want to do your own thing, like I said, you know, but I don't think any of us have got time. Do you know what I mean? It's like, right, let's just get that up and running, and then you can build from that. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So I just wondered if we can just have, if you wanted to, I just came up with I was listening to a recording today, and I'm just thinking about, what am I thinking about? some words of wisdom. Remember when I said last week about having some words of wisdom at the beginning of each session? Well, this is just going to be at the end of the session, but the intention is just to make it into a bit of a relaxation before we all go off to bed. So if you just want to get yourself comfy, thank you so much, ladies. It's always great to come here on a Friday evening. Even though it feels like it's like, gosh, it's the end of for me, it's just the beginning of the week in many ways, because obviously I've soul food top as well on a Saturday morning. Yeah, it's great to be able to be motivated to do something for Friday evening, to know that, you know, people are coming along and the team's coming along, and I really do appreciate and value each one of you, because you help to inspire me to keep on going, or else I'd just be thinking, oh, what am I going to do today? So basically, this I came up with today was, I was listening to an audio and it was talking about alignment, and I thought to myself, oh yeah, the team will love this, because you can look back at this audio and you can maybe play it, and I might do it as a separate audio as well. But when we think about alignment, then we don't always think, it's like, well, what is alignment? How do I align? How do I create that balance in my life? And what's it all about? And so some of these statements that I'm going to read out now are all about, how do we align? Why is it important to align? And where is that alignment coming from? So if you just take a deep breath, and we're just going to release it. We're just going to release all the tension that may be running through our bodies, to kind of clear our head from all the stuff that we've been talking about tonight. Just releasing any tension that's there in our neck and our shoulders. Just releasing all those tensions, just breathing as we're breathing, just going through each part of our body, each of our cells, and just releasing anything that's kind of tense and just needs a bit of attention. Down our backs, and the whole of our body. Our hips and our legs and our knees, our ankles and our feet. And it feels like there's a bit of a gratitude shower is what we're putting over ourselves, to thank each aspect of our body, our arms, our hands, for all the work that they've helped us to do this week, and that they continue to do. And this statement is about aligning to our Christ consciousness, which lays in each one of us, that came with us as we were born. It was in us before we arrived, and it's still in us, but we sometimes don't necessarily recognize our Christ consciousness. And that when sometimes we can take on board resistance. And resistance is a real interesting thing, because resistance is a sensation in our bodies that kind of says to us something isn't quite right. But sometimes we don't necessarily interpret that as being, we might experience it in so many different ways, and they could be quite negative, how we experience resistance. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to thank that resistance. We're going to thank the resistance, because that resistance is saying, hello, do something about it. You've got a choice. You can either hold on to it and spiral into continued negativity, or you can say, okay, I no longer offer this resistance. I'm recognizing who I am and thanking that resistance for showing itself, to give you an opportunity to recognize, I am not that I'm observing. So you can say to yourself, I like to feel in alignment, so I no longer take on that resistance. I don't need to have misalignment in my life. There are things about them that I could love easily. So when somebody comes and offers that resistance, that we can let go of that resistance and offer them love. And thank them for giving you those lessons to experience that resistance. Because resistance gives us an opportunity to change. I like aligning with what is in me and my future. So what happens is when we desire something and it doesn't happen straight away. So if we have an experience, as an example, that's negative, we automatically, by recognizing that it's a negative one, we automatically have a better desire. And it's that desire that our Christ consciousness, when we tune into our Christ consciousness, will lead us towards that. It will align us to that. So if you can imagine, it's that the ripple effect that you have an incident that happens as an opposite to it. So if there's something negative, there's an opposite, which is the positive. And the Christ consciousness, as we tap into that energy, helps us to align to that desire, that rocket of desire that we've sent out into the future. So always see it as being a natural default of the opposite. So whatever's negative, there's a natural default for the opposite. We can then identify, I want to align with them because they accept me unconditionally. And this one is about aligning with people that get us, people that understand us and they accept us unconditionally. So when we're in situations where we're not necessarily aligning with people, it feels that there's too much resistance, there's not enough positivity, then send that rocket out there. I want to align with people that accept me unconditionally. And that you are going to remain in complete alignment to your truth. That it's okay not to be accepted by everybody, because you're looking to align and remain in complete alignment to your truth. I am going to align to who I am. I'm going to tune into the source within me. I'm going to feel the fullness of me, which is my higher self, which is God, source, universe, Christ consciousness. I'm going to love unconditionally. I'm going to love whoever's sending that resistance, whether they love me or not. I'm going to stay in vibrational alignment with who I am. I'm going to see them as a well person even when they're sick. I'm going to love them because loving them is who I am. I'm going to find things to love constantly that the universe delivers to me. So it's always about reaching to that place of your true self. And that each person that comes into our lives is an element of the fragments of our soul. When we begin to really work on all those different fragments of ourselves, that helps us to become whole. And what we're doing here is we're teaching unconditional love. And we are loving across the board. That it doesn't matter who comes into our network. We're loving them regardless, because at the end of the day, they are you and they are me. And that we are going to focus on alignment. So sometimes what happens is we can start getting really busy, start thinking about the finer details. But sometimes it's in the finer details that, you know, miracles do happen. But we don't have to get, if there's resistance there, then we need to step back and allow it to let go, to get out of the way, in order for our Christ consciousness to help us to align to that brings us joy. So that was just about allowing ourselves to receive the words around aligning and aligning to our true self. As we're unfolding more and more in the Tell Your Story community, as communities start really struggling, of individual people are out there really struggling to find where do they belong, where do they fit in, then we're needing people to be more attuned intuitively, people that are able to really offer that unconditional love to humanity. So in order for us to be able to see those people, we have to recognize that within ourselves. So this part and this aspect of our work in terms of healing is really, really, really important, and you will see more of it. So I just wanted to thank you, ladies, for holding that space there for that, because I knew that I wanted to read this out, because it was really important to do this morning. It must have taken me about 2 hours to listen to this audio and to pull this information out, but I knew that it's something that we're going to be building on. So I will do an audio of healing around this in terms of aligning to our Christ consciousness. But how did you find that? We've just got a few minutes left. Was that all right? It wasn't our usual infinity healing, but it was a variation.
That was very interesting. Actually, it was totally different than usually. I felt it, and once when you had this Christ consciousness, felt like in the front and then all the way into my arms. It was like,
Fantastic.
It was like kind of emotional. I felt this. And I'm a lot more balanced now, because I felt like this resistance side of the shoulder or neck.
Interesting. Is that your left hand side? Which side is that, your left?
Yeah, my left, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, I feel a lot more balanced. I feel like I'm more like open.
Perfect. Do you never cease to amaze me, Lene. You always, you're so tuned in with yourself. It's fantastic to hear. I love even when you're just sharing your truth. It's brilliant. Catherine, did you experience anything? I don't know. Are you in the kitchen? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lene.
I'm in the kitchen, yeah. I needed to sit up, and as it was, I nearly drifted off. But no, I think alignment is such an important thing. So that alignment to self, to the energies around us, however you choose to perceive it or whatever you call it, is vital, because and it's important to become more aware of it. And I'm not always very aware of it in the moment, in terms of, I can feel off kilter, and I have felt it this week actually.
Yeah.
Thought there's something not quite right. I don't feel, there's something off. And so, but not to the point of thinking, okay, so I'm out of alignment. How do I get back to alignment? And that's the next step of awareness of okay, so if I feel off, what is that? And how do I realign? Because we talk about physical alignment. If our pelvises are often slightly aligned, and then you twist slightly and whatever, and you can feel that physically, and you can get that sorted out. But that spiritual or emotional alignment, I don't tend to pay to clock as.
It's only 40 minutes. It's not 60 minutes, is it? It's like, okay. So yeah, alignment, absolutely. Alignment of the spirit. I think that's why it was really reminding me a lot today. It was like I really had to focus on this audio this morning. So it's been like 3 hours of work. So and the thing is, I know that when that's happening, that it's working on us. It's working on the community. It's not just working. So yeah, so that's brilliant. I think Cassia's a bit. Can you hear the volume on that?
I think Cassia might have fallen asleep.
Yeah, I think she just woke up, didn't she? Just like, what is this? Okay, so yeah, no, that's brilliant. She might have fallen asleep. She maybe has gone off. And so thank you, ladies. It's always I love Friday nights. I really do, actually. I think they just come from so many different angles. It's just like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like breathe. But hopefully, I think the beautiful thing that I'm realizing is that the energy healing is going to be, obviously the infinity healing, that's going to be threaded all the way through. I think it's so important. It's probably more important now than ever before. Because I just don't think it's such a neglected. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just agreeing. Definitely, I think so.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that's the thing. I think when Lene said it as well today, is that thing of finer details of things. And it was like, actually, do you know, it's the energy, isn't it? It's like you can just let it go, because the spirit has to have the opportunity to work through what we've already put out there, what we want to happen. So actually, it's just getting out of the way. The key, you know. And I've had 6 weeks of being like that all over, in a way of like, right, okay, because I think everything was such a big shock in a way, even though it needed to. Well, everything was a shock from Gromont House. So I think it's only been this week. I think I said to Catherine yesterday, I actually feel like, oh, wow, this is the kind of day I want to have every day. That's been 6 weeks. So I realised that 6 weeks is a really important chunk of, when anybody's making a transition, there is a 6 week, which is interesting, the 4 to 6 weeks for the book. So that came as very strong. So there we go, ladies. So yeah, watch this space. So have a fantastic week, and just see you next week.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You
You're welcome.
Sleep well.
Thank you. Sleep well, Lene. Great to see you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.